They said, you got so many bottles of whiskey, and if you don't pay the loan, we can come and we can go get the whiskey. Now again, I'm not saying that they did anything wrong. Again, I know it's complicated, but that's how it's supposed to work. So I think it's okay to have good contracts and even collateral. So when you have that cousin that says, hey, cuz, let me hold something. Let me hold $200. I'm like, okay, great. So you gonna pay me back? Yeah. You know I'm gonna pay you back. I'm gonna pay you back on Tuesday on time. I'm gonna pay you back ahead of time. I'm gonna whatever. Okay, great. So since you know that you sure you're gonna pay me back? Yeah. I know I'm gonna pay you back. I promise you. On God, right? Okay. So since you know you're gonna pay me back, and I know you're gonna pay me back, let me hold the title to your car as collateral in case you don't pay me back. That's it, right? Because you're gonna pay me back, right? Yeah. But no, just well, I just hold just in case, right? Because it don't even matter because you're gonna pay me back anyway, right? So it's just me. I'm just holding. You asked me to hold. You asked me if you could hold something. I'm just asking you if I could hold something. So we just both be holding something just to make sure everything's good, right? And that makes it for a more serious conversation. That's why banks want collateral. That's why banks want guarantees. That's why they put things in the contract, covenants. Covenant is a promise. That's what loans are written on. They're written on a covenant. You and your cousin had a covenant. The difference is that with a bank, there's a covenant that says that has legal ramifications for lack of payment. Your covenant with your cousin was just you talking to your cousin. And really that should be those words should be as good as bond, but y'all know as well as I do that there's some people who don't live by that code. And to protect yourself, I would say look at contracts and collateral as a way to protect. If you set me up with a situation where I know that the collateral is more valuable than the loan, not only am I willing to loan you the money, I want to loan you the money. Want you to, oh, you don't like to pay people back? Great. Go ahead. Make my day because I'll be driving that Toyota Corolla in 2 weeks because maybe you're gonna choose not to fulfill your obligation. So here's the deal. Here's where I want to get to also, and I don't know how anybody's going to take this. It's a heavy fact that's going to make some happy, some unhappy. But let me just tell you what my conclusion is. Marriage is a contract, and it is a contract that has collateral attached. It's a contract with consequences. And again, I'm not saying everyone should sign a marital contract. It's very, very heavy. But what's interesting about the marital contract is you know that the consequences are big if you change your mind, if you decide to get a divorce. Now, is it entirely fair? I don't think it is because I think well, I'm not going to say it's terrible for everybody, but you have to be really careful because both parties can decide to collect on the collateral, right? The husband may not even want the, in fact, women ask for 70% of all divorces, right? So if you see the marital contract as collateral for women to ensure that they're going to be financially secure in the event that the marriage ends, it's awfully ironic that in some cases, like with the case of Tyreek Hill, I don't know who's asking for this divorce, but she's clearly going to be the financial beneficiary of the divorce proceedings, right? So this says that if you're the wealthier party and you enter into this bond called a marriage and you sign this contract that's got covenants attached to it and collateral, you better be really careful about who you sign that with. And what happens with NFL guys, in my opinion, young guys too, he's young, he's 31, is um how can I say this? Sometimes they're playing chess against people that are chess masters. That's what I'll say. Like a lot of people think groupies are stupid. No, some of the NFL groupies are the smartest people that you ever meet. Some of them could be finance professors themselves because they are so fixated. They're in fact they're as good at chasing the money as the men are at chasing the sex. Right. So they break it, some of them break it down to a science.